Fuck your sister.
Fuck your grandma.
She's dead. Anyway.
Rest in peace, their dead. Anyway, we have Tenhai.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Grim wanted to do this one.
Yeah. Because what you said, this was basically like...
From what I've heard, okay, so I've heard mixed things. I've heard a lot of people say it's really shitty whiskey, which I get because it's $7 for a fifth. But a few people I've heard said that the flavor on this is like vanilla and sweet corn and kind of like a creamy vanilla type thing, which is very similar to me to mellow corn. That's the notes that I get from mellow corn. And I love mellow corn, and it's already a cheap ass bottle. And me and him both love mellow corn. But to find another bottle that's even cheaper that might be similar, I mean, it's $7.50. So it's either going to be good or suck, and if it sucks, it'll be a mixer.
Well, let's just see if the price is worth it to me, which probably is. Boy.
Doesn't smell too bad. I'm getting a little bit of that vanilla.
Ooh.
Oh God, that's heavy vanilla and sweet corn right there. I hope I get that on the palate. Oh my God. That's a lot of vanilla. And sweet like cream corn. God, I hope that's on the palate. Okay, so bourbon whiskey with natural flavors, 40%, so it's 80 proof. Sour mash, America's native spirit. Barton Distilling, so one of the big companies. Sazerac, yeah. So the people that make Fireball make this shit. It was since 1879.
So these guys have been around for a while.
My guess is it's probably, Tenhai's probably been around forever. And then Sazerac bought them and just kept the name. God, that smells amazing on the nose. If that's on the palate, then I'm sold.
Well, let's test it out.
That's not horrible. I will say the palate to me goes in a completely different direction than the nose. I definitely get the sour mash. But remember, the first one is always the one that gets you. It honestly reminds me a lot of Benchmark, regular Benchmark. That's not bad. I like it a lot better than that fucking Georgia Moon bullshit.
I mean, Georgia Moon wasn't bad, but I don't know. It's like, despite the sourness,
I mean, it's sour mash.
good.
Yeah, I don't get as much in the palate as I'd like. But that's not horrible for $7.50. And like I said, to me, that on the palate tastes very similar to me to Benchmark. Benchmark is different, but as far as quality-wise for the money, that's what it reminds me of. I mean, this is even cheaper than Benchmark.
So you're saying this is basically worth the price?
Mm-hmm. To me, this is one of the better tasting bottom shelves. I had some garbage.
But you
I would
prefer-
keep this on my shelf.
In that case, take that home with you.
But what do you think? Would you keep it on? I mean, I know you're not a whiskey guy, but
I mean, it's good. I like it. I mean, if someone offered me, I wouldn't buy it, but if someone would offer it to me, yeah, I'll drink it.
okay. So let me ask you this, because this is what I'm thinking for you. You wouldn't turn it down. You wouldn't buy it. But if you needed a whiskey on your shelf as a mixer, this be it. Would there be any other whiskeys that you would buy over this for the price?
No,
Because I think to me that's what beats.
We've had so many whiskeys. It's just hard to tell.
Well, just off of the top of my head, the only other whiskeys, price wise, that even compare are still more than this. Like, Early Times was pretty good for the money. It was more than this. The one I was just telling you, what is it?
What?
The one that I always get.
Yeah.
Shit. My brain sucks. Benchmark is around $10. Regular Evan Williams is around $10. I don't know of anything south of $10 that compares to this. Because to me, this is on the level of regular Benchmark, regular Early Times, regular Evan Williams, but a couple dollars cheaper. And I think personally, that's why I prefer this one. I absolutely still prefer the other ones. When it comes to certain things, Benchmark's always been one of my favorite budget bottles. But if I needed a whiskey or a bourbon, whether it be for cooking or mixing or even sipping, especially if I'm on a budget, I definitely would get this one. And I wouldn't even be at all mad about quality. I just really hate that a lot of that sweetness didn't come out in the flavor. Because that's what I heard, and that's why I was curious about it. I'm glad I didn't get the fifth, or the handle, when we were in that Frugal McDougal's.
Oh, was this one? Oh, was this one
Mm-hmm.
there too?
But it was a handle. But we got something cool to try with mixing when we get back home with all the stuff from Zing Zang.
Oh God.
Because somebody happens to be now a fan of whiskey sours.
Boy.
I think this is going to make one hell of a whiskey sour.
Oh boy.
Because that's honestly what I'd use it for, is mixing.
Yep.
So you got any more input
Yeah.
on the next video?
Yeah, on the next picture.
Next video.
You suck.